because me and all my sisters and my brother, we all traveled the same,
Okay.
growing up. We all went on the same vacations together. But I'm the only one, that has really decided that, living abroad and staying abroad and traveling, uh, you know, throughout my adult life is something that I want to do. Even though my sister was a flight attendant and they're all still back in the US,
Hmm.
so I don't know. I think it's just something, it's just part of, you know, somebody. You got it or you don't, and there's nothing wrong either way. It's just,
That's
you
cool.
know, how it is. Yeah.
And so you clearly pass that on to your children. What's it like traveling with youngins?
When the kids were smaller, because we started this when they were about, I think we went to Bali. They may have been like 4 and 5. That was when we first left the US.
Okay.
Well, no, we lived in the Virgin Islands in Puerto Rico when they were babies. So like we left when my son was 6 months old.
Okay.
Um, but left the United States completely. I think they were like 4 and 5 or something like that. When they were younger, it was a bit more difficult, and it was really only
Okay.
the only difficult part, to be honest with you, was the actual travel. Was like the actual airplane airport experience, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, Getting to somewhere new once we got there was actually, it really wasn't that bad. Because one of the reasons we left was, that I left is because the kid's dad at the time was working away in Afghanistan.
Okay.
So I wanted to be able to have domestic help, right, with the kids. And for me in the United States, it was just too expensive. So
Gotcha.
I wanted to be in the sunshine. I wanted a tropical climate. I wanted healthier food. So I knew from, living in Indonesia before I had the kids that was one place that I knew, and that I knew the language a little bit and I was familiar with the culture. So we just went to Bali. And
Mm-hmm.
once we got there, it was fine because I was able to have, a little bit of help with the kids, help with the cleaning and that kind of thing. It's easier to get around. The cost of living is less. So once we got there, it was fine, and the kids were fine and happy to be there. But with the children, when they were smaller, it was definitely the challenge was getting us through the airport, through,
Yeah.
through immigration, customs, and all of that to the destination. Outside of that, my children are pretty happy to see new places, and new things. Very happy. Actually, my daughter she's 12. She has a list of places that she wants to go when she gets older. So she wants to go to Mexico and Europe and all those things.
Awaken with Mark is a channel that is charting the journey of our family. It's what happens when an African American family relocates to the continent of Africa. And I'll tell you what happens. We start winning. That's what happens. So you can find out and go to our website and learn more information about that. Also, to help others, if you're thinking about this particular type of journey for your family, we offer a free assessment, something just to get your juices flowing, to get you thinking about what kind of things you need to do to prepare for this kind of a move. For example, in the assessment, you'll spend some time figuring out what is your why? What kinds of things are you interested in?